What's up, Impact fam? We're so glad you guys are tuned in for us for our Monday morning edition of our student topic. And today, Monday, March 30th, 2020, we are talking about what to do when we are bored. Guys, we hear you. Girls, we hear you. We understand. Life at home right now can be a little bit boring. School being postponed and suspended, and you got online classes. Sports not happening, your favorite restaurant being closed, maybe being able to do delivery or drive through, but you know, Chick-fil-A, especially Cookout's not the same if you can't eat in. Maybe whatever it is you were so excited about, your birthday, your party, that's not happening. I know Braden had a birthday on Saturday, and Tori had a birthday yesterday, and Bailey has a birthday tomorrow, and you guys all had plans to go out and eat or do a party, and now it's like, man, what are we supposed to do? I'm so bored out of my mind because I couldn't happen. And how is that even fair? Yeah, I know it's tough. I know it's a very, very boring and challenging time right now for us with the coronavirus outbreak and pandemic spreading and the fear of COVID-19. But y'all, again, social distancing is the loving, it is the safe, it is the right God-honoring thing that we are supposed to do at this time, even though it might feel a little bit boring. So how are y'all feeling your times? You've probably already Netflixed and Hulu'd and Disney Plus yourself out of your mind, or whatever show you wanted to watch, whatever movie you wanted to binge, like all that stuff, you've watched them all. And you don't really know what to do with your time now. So this morning, we're gonna talk to you guys about what to do when you're bored. On Saturday night, Whitney and I watched the movie Trolls. And any Trolls fans out here? Yeah, some of you guys. We watched it with Iris. We watched it a little bit with Everly. Everly had to go to bed, but Iris loved it until she had to go to bed, right? But Iris was a very, very, very big fan of it. Y'all, it's a really, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but Trolls are these little colorful tiny dolls, right? That are blue, that are pink, that are yellow, that are green, that are every color. And they have crazy hair that sticks up, and some of them even poop out cupcakes. I don't really understand how that happens, but the whole thing with Trolls is they're just joy. They're positivity, they're light, they're excitement, they're always, 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 always happy. And then you have the opposite of the Trolls, which are the the Bergens. You know, the Bergens are the bad guys of the movie, and the Bergens are these big ogre-looking, almost like an orc and like just a monster that, like, they walk around, they're disgusting, they have terrible teeth, they probably smell like some hot garbage. Like, there's nothing cool about a Bergen. They're actually depressed and they're down and they're sad and they're gloomy. They're miserable. I don't know if they're people, beings, whatever they are, but Bergens are miserable. And Bergens walk around and they live in Bergen town and they're completely hopeless. Except for the one day of the year. On Trollstice. Trollstice is their one day where Bergen has the opportunity to eat a troll. Yeah, and get this, y'all. I'm not gonna ruin the movie for you again, like I said, but they believed that they would be happy if they were able to eat a troll. They can find a little bit of happiness, a little bit of joy for that day, and they can have some light. Well, y'all, it's a great movie. I haven't seen it. Poppy, who's the pink troll, she's a leader of the trolls. She's great. And then you kind of have Branch, who is like the grayish, greenish troll, who was always prepared for a Bergen invasion, and he would have been prepared for COVID-19, by the way. He definitely had a fallout chamber and quarantine and all that stuff in place. But y'all, at the end of the movie, it's so cool because I'm not going to give it away completely, but the Bergens realize that, hey, happiness isn't something you get from eating a troll. Happiness can be something that can be found deep within you, right here inside you. Hey, and as followers of Jesus right now, some of y'all might be so bored, you're like, dude, I just want to experience some happiness. I'm miserable out of my mind. I don't know what to do. How can I experience this in this time? I miss my friends, all the birthdays, you know, like you missed your party. You're not able to hang out with your friends. All the visions that you had for senior prom or for graduation or your senior spring or just your season in general, like middle schoolers, like you just miss the fact that you can't play soccer this year. You won't be able to have your basketball tournaments. You won't be able to have your track meets. You won't be able to do the things that you so badly want to do. The play that you were in, you've been practicing for so long. The dance recital you've been doing for so long, right? Like whatever it is, you were so excited about that vacation, that trip to Disney, wherever you were going. I don't know what it is for you, but like whatever it was, now it's not going to happen. You're so discouraged, you're down. And if you feel like a Bergen, hey, here's the deal. We'd love to help you and encourage you and share some light with you this morning. As followers of Jesus, we have a joy and we have a hope that lives in us that's not of this world. Right? We have an opportunity to stay positive in these dark and in these frustrating times because God's own Spirit, His Holy Spirit lives within us. thanks to Easter and thanks to what Jesus did on the cross. And we're going to talk more with you guys about that in a few weeks. But y'all, we had that light living in here, and it's on us to share that light with others and to try in these boring times to find ways to be positive. And I want to share a way right now today. We're going to look at a letter that Paul writes in the New Testament to a group of churches in Galatia. All right, now Galatia is in modern day Turkey. And what modern day Turkey, all right, I'm not talking about lunch, fellas. I'm not talking about Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm hungry. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a country that's in the Middle East, more Asia, a little bit of Europe, but it's Turkey. And Paul writes a letter to them about 25 years after Jesus. And Paul wants them to know just how important it is if you follow Jesus, not just to claim you follow Jesus, but to also let other people know your life should be marked that way. Everything you do should be a reflection of that, right? Yeah, we're saved by Jesus. We're saved by faith in him alone, but other people should be able to tell that you follow Jesus. And right now, with COVID-19 all around us, y'all, hey, middle schoolers, high schoolers, wherever you are, this should be a time for us to be able to share with other people by the way we live, by our actions, that we follow Jesus. We shouldn't have to tell the people we follow Jesus. It should be by how we live our lives, right? It should be by how we love other people. And this is a great chance for it. We're in Galatians chapter 6, verses 9 through 10. If you do not have the Bible app at home, download it. It's an awesome way to stay in God's Word. If you want to get closer to God over this whole quarantine and COVID-19 outbreak time where you're at home and you got a lot of time on your hands and you're bored, get the Bible app. Get in his word every day. I promise you will get closer to God. There's great plans on there to help you too if you want help with that. Your small group leader can help you, or you can DM us and message us, and we would love to help you find a plan to get closer to God and through a devotional plan. But here we go, guys. Galatians chapter 6, verses 9 through 10. I want to read this for you real quick. This is what Paul says. He says, "So let's not get tired of doing what is good." I know a lot of y'all might be very, very tired of doing what's good. Don't get tired of it, Paul says. "At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up." Some of you guys might want to give up. You're tired of being positive. You're tired of doing these things. Don't do it. And Paul's saying it's so important not to do it. This is what Paul says instead. "Therefore, whenever we have the opportunity, we should do good to everyone, especially those in the family of faith." Hey, Impact, listen again. "Therefore, whenever we have the opportunity, we should do good to everyone, to all people, to everybody around us, to our family, to our parents, to our little brother, to our older sister, to our neighbor, to whoever it is. Not just the people that you choose to do good to. We should do good to everybody." And y'all, this is an awesome time for us to do this. Whenever we have the opportunity, we should do good to everyone. So right now, this might sound crazy, Impact, but I want to challenge you guys with this. Today, this week, next week, however long this whole stay-at-home thing lasts, I want to challenge you to do good to everyone around you. Do good to your parents. Help with the kitchen. Those dishes are piling up. Help with the yard. It needs to get mowed. Right? They might be working so hard because they're trying to do everything they can to keep food on the table for you. Maybe they got laid off from their job. I don't know what it is. Or maybe they just have more stress because of pressures at work right now. And the economy is in a crazy time. Do good to your parents. Do good to your brother. Do good to your sister. Maybe you can help them with stuff at school because their online classes are so difficult. It's a great chance to do that. Do good to your friends. Y'all, just last week, Emily, one of our incredible Impact students, now she's a leader, she's leading the band, she sent donuts to Iris and Everly, and it was the sweetest, the coolest thing ever to see them light up. You know, even cooler was when Iris herself wanted to go, and then she wanted to give. And she decided to help out with Mr. Lee, who is our mailman. And she wanted to make a goodie bag for Mr. Lee. So Whitney helped Iris make a goodie bag for our mailman last week that said, "Hey, we appreciate you." Put a Coke in there and some crackers in there and some candy in there just to put in the mailbox, just to see his face whenever he drove by. Y'all, we have opportunities right now all around us to do good to everybody. I know it's a boring time. And I know it's time where it's I don't really know what to do. I want to challenge you. I want to dare you to love. I dare you to love today. When you don't know what to do, I dare you to love. When your sister breaks her leg on a slip and slide, I dare you to go to Starbucks, drive through, and get her a coffee. Shout out Mason, Sarah, we're praying for you, right? When you don't really know what to do, you're bored out of your mind, I dare you to send somebody a text. I dare you to FaceTime somebody. I dare you, whenever you're watching Netflix, to do Netflix party and catch up with somebody. Y'all, this is a great chance for us to love others exactly where we are. As followers of Jesus is what we're called to do. I dare you to love today. I dare you to take that time where you're normally bored and you don't know what to do. by focusing on somebody else and sharing that light. We love you, Impact. We'll see you on Wednesday.